So I get asked all the time on these Y62 trips, what spare parts, bits and bobs that do you need to carry when you go on a big trip? What is the common things that break or just you need to be aware of, and maybe pack a spare or something to get you out of a tight spot? I'm going to go around and ask. There's like at least a dozen Y62s at this Land Cruiser Mountain Park trip. So we'll go through and ask everyone one by one, what's the one thing that they bring along that is going to get them out of trouble with these vehicles? Right, so have you broken much stuff out on the tracks?
One front drive shaft.
Drive shaft. So if you're going to pick things that you're going to carry on a trip like a Land Cruiser Mountain Park or a Simpson Desert.
Yep, definitely spare drive shafts.
Drive shaft.
CV boots.
CV boots?
Yep.
Generic?
Yeah, generic ones, don't use the factory ones.
Oh, yeah, like the, I know what you mean. Aftermarket ones. They're the way to go.
Yep.
Busted anything else?
No, just airbag lines and stuff catching fire. So, just carry spares to patch that up. Yeah, bit of wiring, stuff like that. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electrical stuff.
Yeah.
I've melted some airbag lines, so I've got these little like irrigation connectors, just in case. They're like little 4mm connectors. If I melt a line, I can just cut it, join it back together, and keep on keeping on. A little bit of bump. Holy! Walking around asking people on these big trips, what things do you carry? What do you bust? This is John, everyone.
Tyres.
Tyres. This one rolled into camp last night. It was this back passenger one. It was what, 9 psi?
Yeah, 9.
Tyres. Was it a valve or was it?
Nah, it had a hole in it. It took like 6 plugs and it's barely well sealed now.
All right, what to bring is a tyre plug kit for when you come on these sorts of
Don't
trips.
leave it at home in your garage, so you don't have to borrow it off those nice people over there. So.
Nice people. All right. Check out this for a setup. That's a bachelor campsite if I've ever seen one. Now, you've done Cape York and with this car or the other patrol?
Oh no, that's Chris. So he's done it in that one.
Yeah.
I did it in a GU. Alex here did it in a Navara.
Nice. What spares do you take on a trip like that?
We just took a spare alternator and starter for the GU.
Yeah.
And just spare tyre. That was about it. Just repair kit, tools.
Does the patrol need anything?
That one there? No.
No. There you go.
It was
Not
the only
required.
car out of the crew that didn't actually have a roadside repair.
Well, it did a lot better than us yesterday.
But yeah, other than that, that was good. They're a good thing.
All right. Breakfast time? Alright, on big trips like this, what spare bits and pieces do you bring just in case or something goes wrong? Anything?
No, I don't bring anything, I rely on a chance.
Uber parts.
Well, no, tyres got every tool you can imagine in the back of the car, so
What have
something
you
goes wrong.
What have you busted on the tracks?
Morning boys, how are you?
Nothing?
Yeah, not this trip.
Alright, got to send it to be harder.
Well, yeah.
When it's cool like this, you don't
It's gonna
really
be a fun
bust
day
much.
with this rain.
I know. Here's another rag.
Milk is fucked now. Milk is built up as long as you don't use
Alright, check it. Considering the events of the weekend, spare parts wise for big trips, what would you pack for just in case?
Oh, just in case, definitely air filters if it's going to rain.
Air filters? Like genuine?
Look, I think a lot of the boys run K&Ns. Genuine, doesn't really matter. If you cook the filter, you cook the filter. You need a new one, and I think it's good to have a spare one. So I've heard a lot about water ingress, as you call it, but it's probably experienced it first time.
Snorkels with these things, especially, I found, well, they're all as bad as each other if you ask me, but they can suck up water into the airbox and get wet filters.
Probably me driving too close to trucks in front of me.
Yeah.
And it's the mist. I don't think it's the rain. I think it was the mist.
When you get
just because the mist's so fine. Well, it's so fine that it'll suck it in. It's not trying to suck in droplets. It's just sucking in all the mist, which is like air anyway. So
yeah,
don't drive close to trucks.
Stay back.
And stay away from the spray.
And in the comments below, keen to hear your thoughts on whether to have a K&N air filter or the genuine, and what snorkel you've got, and if you've had the water problems, because I think we need to catalogue this.
It's going to be good.
On the tracks, what do you bring with you to negate, something going wrong with your car? Anything?
Friends.
Alright, I've kind of saved the best to last here. Uber parts.
You don't need much. Just a few metal things.
On the big trips?
Yeah.
What have you broken, and what do you take with you now to sort of insure yourself against these things?
To be honest, you don't really need much. Zip ties, duct tape, CVs, air filters, more duct tape, some fuses, a lot of fuses, lots and lots.
What is it, the 30 amp micro fuse?
Yeah.
That's for the O2 sensors.
And then what have we got?
Heat proof everything.
Yeah. And tyre plug things, the puncher repairs. A jack that actually can lift the car.
Yeah. I'll show you a bit of that.
Yeah, that's important.
Even jack extension kit, I reckon you need one of them.
Locks, chucks, all sorts
to get
of stuff.
anything, all of that sort of thing.
This is all important. You got to test it, try it at home before you're out on the tracks.
Basically, if it can be broken on a 62, this dude's done it.
Yeah.
What's that line on top?
So I didn't take my car to Land Cruiser Mountain Park, so I've had to record this in my garage at home. But this is the stuff that I bring. Number one, when you break something on the tracks, so you don't jump into it, just sit back, think about what you're about to do. Stubby holder. I sit back and have a beer and just think about it, or a cup of tea or something, about what I'm about to get into. The things I take on every trip, and everything that I'm taking is because I've learnt from experience, and it's been added because I've broken it or it's run out. Power steering fluid, brake fluid, duct tape, fuses, brake switch. These seem to go on Y62s, and it's very annoying because you can't start your car unless you put your foot on the brake. Little things like for the airbags, if I've melted a few lines now, you can get these 4mm irrigation connectors. It's not a permanent fix, but you can push a line on either side and that will get you by on the tracks until you get home. Radiator cap, just spare wheel bolts. I've lost a few wheel bolts and I've sheared a few studs, so I might even add studs to the kit as well. Something that you can hit with, and in this case chop with. CVs. I can't show you my CV because I lent it to someone, but I have busted a drive shaft before. I can tell you that the rears are the same and the fronts are the same, so you only need to carry a front and a rear drive shaft. The front ones you need a 32mm socket. It has to be a long socket like this, not the short ones. And for the rears it's a 36mm socket, something that you can get a split pin off, so side cutters, something like that. and a breaker bar, a big breaker bar. Like this is, I don't know, almost a metre, ½ inch. 3/4 inch breaker bar is better, or ½ inch. All my tools are ½ inch, so that's why I've got that. But I have snapped the top off of my last breaker bar. Other things, multimeter, that's just like an obvious. Heaps of different types of fuses, bits and bolts, connectors. There's just always coming in handy. Ring connectors. 2 air hoses. Only last trip I split my air hose, and if I didn't have a backup air hose, I wouldn't be able to air up. As easy as that. But also having 2 air hoses is good, because if you're towing, you can double them up and get to the caravan or camper at the back of the car as well. So these are all the things that I've basically broken, and now this is in my kit to take away with me. I'm sure there's more. Please add in the comments below if there's other things that you think that should be packed as well. But I hope you had a bit of fun watching this video. I had fun making it, actually. These guys at Land Cruiser Mountain Park, it was an absolute blast. See you next episode. Next one is another trip. This is day 2, and I think we're doing Camp Road next. So click up here for Camp Road, and I'll see you on YouTube. Yeah.